Become a patron at www.patreon.com/Golden Era Bookworm for hard to find books, scans of rare photos, and articles on the Golden Era of bodybuilding. Hi everybody, Golden Era Bookworm here. Today I thought I'd continue on the series on Don Howorth and discuss his nutrition, which was heavily influenced by the nutritional gurus of the time, namely Rheo Blair and Vince Gironda. In this video, I'd like to detail Don's nutritional principles, which I have gathered from the many interviews he has given over the years. Here is a fun shot of Don with his amazing smile on the phone next to Rhea Blair, captioned as "Howorth and Blair are waiting in the Blair executive office for your phone call, that they might discuss your own training program and advise you on progressive modern nutrition and training systems." Awesome. I wish they could be on the phone right now. Now, Rhea Blair was known as the original guru back in the 1950s. I've actually done a video on him before, linked above. His real name was actually Irvin Johnson, but he changed it to Rhea Blair when he started off with his supplement company and line. Also known as the Master of Champions, he popularized the high-protein diet, which was already discovered in the 30s, but after doing his own research, he truly realized that for bodybuilding, nutrition was key. Understanding that the basic building blocks of muscle are protein, he began popularizing it and came out with his own supplement line with his very first high protein food called Johnson's High Protein, which was composed of soy protein. But later on, he found that egg and milk protein were superior, and he came out with Rhea Blair's protein as shown here. And of course, in the silver and golden era, everybody used it. People swore by it, and they started actually mixing it with milk and eggs. And Vince Gironda actually then sold it himself in Vince's gym and actually advocated the use of Blair's protein as well. So good were his products. Mainly a mix, again, of egg protein and milk protein. Now, it is said that Rhea Blair was the nutritional advisor of Don Howorth for 4 years, and after he joined Vince's gym, Don Howorth has actually said that in many interviews, Vince Gironda really helped him a lot with his diet and nutrition. And both of these masters, of course, these gurus, were advocating the use of high protein, a high fat and low carbohydrate diet, otherwise nowadays known as the ketogenic diet. And combining this with his workouts, which stretched up to 2 hours a day with only 20 to 30 second rests between sets. It was a very anaerobic and aerobic workout, hence he didn't have to use cardio. So as mentioned, Don Howorth's diet was very ketogenic, very high in protein and fat and very low in carbohydrate. And in his interviews, he stated that he would eat up to 1 kilogram or 2 pounds of meat a day, a quart of raw milk, so that's basically a liter or a quart of raw cream. I mean, these are great. And I'll get to the reasons why he actually took these in his diet. He also, of course, took 36 eggs a day. Love it or hate it, that's what he did. And of course, he mentions that he ate the whole egg, not just the egg white, in his own words, because the egg yolk contains natural precursors to testosterone. Now, when we look back at Rheo Blair and his principles of nutrition, he believes that raw milk was superior, of course, to the homogenized milk, and it contained many things that allowed you to grow on, especially when you were bodybuilding. Similarly, he also believed that the egg yolk was the perfect source of food for man, especially for growth. And this was actually, both of these thoughts were later on preached by Vince Gironda too. So it's very interesting when you see and compare Vince's notes to Rheo's notes on nutrition. Literally, they parallel each other. And it is obvious that Don Howorth took this advice. Now, besides taking a very high protein diet, as mentioned earlier, composed of whole foods such as raw milk, cream, eggs, whole eggs that is, and meat, he also took many of Blair's supplements such as Blair protein, which again consisted of egg and milk protein mixed with cream. So it actually tasted like a pudding. And this is again something that Vince Gironda also preached, that it should be slowly sipped throughout the day to improve its digestion, and that your body can actually assimilate it properly. He also took Blair amino acids and digestive enzymes and liver supplements. When you read this list, I mean, this just screams Vince Gironda. But Rhea Blair again was really the original guru when it came to the use of supplements. And again, this parallels a lot to what Vince Gironda says, because Vince Gironda actually learned a lot from Rhea Blair himself. Now that I've detailed Don Howorth's nutrition and supplementation, you can find out more about his nutrition and supplementation by purchasing Developing Dynamic Delts, written by Don Howorth. If you'd like to know more about what he learnt specifically from Rheo Blair, you can purchase Irvin Johnson's Scientific Bodybuilding and Nutrition course. Irvin Johnson, remember, was Rheo Blair's original name, and in his very first booklet, he actually details, and I really think this is like really golden information, his principles behind nutrition for bodybuilding. This is an awesome booklet. I highly recommend it. Again, available at www.goldenerabookworm.com. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. I'd like to say a big thank you to Mr. Don Howorth, who's still with us today. Thank you, Mr. Delts. You've shared all your knowledge over the years, and as a token of my appreciation, I'd like to invite the fans to purchase your booklet on my website, because I'd like to donate proceedings to you. You're still with us, and again, this is my token of appreciation. So please, if you are enjoying the Don Howorth series, purchase his booklet, and I will be forwarding the funds to Don Howorth. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed watching the video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't to the Golden Era Bookworm. Thank you for watching, and leave me your comments. Here's a great shot of Don Howorth. I mean, he's just sitting there kind of slouchy, but damn, isn't he called Mr. Delts for a reason? Those delts are still bursting, and he's not even finished with a pump. He's just sitting there casually in an office. Damn it. It's crazy. It's insane. His shoulder development is just incredible. This is a photo that was sent from a fan, so I really thank you. This is a great photo, and I've used it at the end of this video because it definitely deserves to be shared. I'm sure that the fans are going to love it. Anyway, this is the Golden Era Bookworm. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Oh yeah, and if you'd like to support my work, please donate via PayPal. You can become a patron as well at www.patreon.com/Golden Era Bookworm, or again, visit my website www.goldenerabookworm.com to purchase Golden Era, Silver Era, and Bronze Era books and courses. This is the Golden Era Bookworm. Bye for now. If you'd like to purchase Rhea Blair's Scientific Bodybuilding and Nutrition course, please visit www.goldenerabookworm.com, or you can purchase Developing Dynamic Delts by Don Howorth, also on my website.
Hi everybody, I just want to recommend this phenomenal book, Vince's Secret Locker, volume number 2 by Carl Coyne. I've been looking at this for about 4 weeks and I can't put it down. If you get a chance, check it out. He also has a part 1 that I highly recommend also. Vince was the trainer to the stars and had an amazing, interesting gym that today there's still not equipment like it around. It was all made out of wood. He'll be on our radio show coming up probably in the next couple weeks or so. Have a great day, and again, highly recommend this book.